Whoa, what up? It's your boy E with Boxing Profits, bringing that toe-to-toe value that's undisputed in this industry. Yeah, I'm gonna get straight to the point in this video right to you, Dad. First things first, Yuriokis Gamboa is reportedly going to be taking on, challenging Devin the Dream Haney for his title on November the 7th on DAZN. I have many questions and opinions, and I was a little frustrated earlier today about that fight. Kind of had a good day today, so I'm not gonna allow my blood pressure to raise up by making this video. But it really significantly pisses me off because it's all being set up to be the same old dumbass DAZN business model that just doesn't work, right? And it saddens me that Eddie Hearn and them, right, whoever's this colored guy that Bill Haney's talking about, this billionaire, whoever he is, right, whoever this guy is, for whatever, man, we already know through court documentation, through public information, through what we see with our common sense, right, what we see with our own two eyes, okay, and just the poor quality of fights that they're pouring into DAZN, that eventually, sooner or later, people are going to lose interest in it, and they're going to wind up losing out on a lot of money. And I'm saying DAZN is just not the place, or not the platform, or not the proper broadcasting system for for boxing, right? It's actually harming and doing more pain to boxing than it is helping boxing right now. And the only way I can see them actually doing something that will benefit the zone is by doing what they said they was going to do in those court documents released about Canelo Alvarez with these dumbass premium opponents, right? By crossing the streams, right? By crisscrossing everything. And the way they're doing that now is they're allowing boxers to fight on MMA platforms. They're allowing MMA fighters to fight on boxing platforms. They're allowing these YouTubers to fight boxers. They're trying to do this whole TikTok thing. They're basically experimenting with this new fan base of kids and these younger adults that's coming up, and they're all trying to generate some kind of interest in these stupid YouTube fights and these stupid TikTok fights that none of us is real boxing men, you know what I'm saying, all women, really appreciate this shit in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But hey, it is what it is. We got to make our adjustments and move forward. All I'm saying is, I said all that to say is that I don't want to see none of the top flight guys in the ring with no motherfucking YouTubers. I don't want to see Devin Haney in the ring with a YouTuber. I don't want to see Canelo Alvarez in the ring with a YouTuber. I don't want to see GGG in the ring with a YouTuber. I think y'all understand where I'm going with this, bro. I mean, nobody got no time for that shit. I wouldn't spend money on that shit. But of course, it seems like this circus is just getting started. And once COVID-19 clear up, I think that's the new wave. I think that's the new thing that this new world order is kind of ushering in, is these stupid TikTok, rinky-dink YouTuber fights, right? That's the new thing. So, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? If they bringing in that fucking ad revenue, if they're bringing that fucking money in, I'm going to be talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I said all that to say is let's just move on with this, with these fraudulent expectations, okay? So, Yuriokis Gamboa is expected to challenge Devin the Dream Haney for his WBC lightweight title, right? Why? What the fuck is Yuriokis Gamboa ranked in any of the sanctioned bodies, okay? I don't believe he's ranked in the top 10 in any of them at all. You know what I'm saying? Last time that I checked. And if he is, he was just put there, okay, in order to justify the reason why he's in the ring with Devin the Dream Haney. Now, I told y'all before, man, Eddie Hearn is just something that this motherfucker, he get off on. He loves mismatched opponents, like to put them against supreme quality opposition. It's because, you know what I'm saying, it's possibly going to generate a knockout, and that's going to generate buzz for the zone. And that's what Eddie Hearn thrives off of. He loves to see violent outcomes, right? And then, of course, these violent outcomes have come back home to roost for Eddie Hearn, is because not only did Dylan White get knocked the fuck out, not only did Anthony Joshua get knocked the fuck out, you know what I'm saying? I pray and I hope that Devin Haney don't get knocked the fuck out, because Eddie Hearn like to play these little stupid ass mismatch games. And, you know what I'm saying? Anything can happen in the boxing ring is all I'm saying, right? But this anything that can happen in the boxing ring, I just believe that Yuriokas Gamboa is in danger. And if the man got any kind of common sense, he gonna take a dive when he faced Devin the Dream Haney. And that's what I've been trying to fucking avoid. The only fight that I wanted to see was Devin the Dream Haney against Gary Russell Jr. That's it. Y'all can go down. Y'all can go down my timeline, bruh. All right? Y'all can see it for yourself. I done got over 200 some gigabytes of data in YouTube right now talking about the Gary Russell Jr. Devin Haney fight. I done gave it all kind of different perspectives, right? So it's all leading up to this, that it proves my suspicions to be true, right? It's because I always knew something was fishy and funny and floppy about Gary Russell Jr. I expressed that before. But, as much as Bill Haney and Devin Haney has been on all these platforms talking about this fight, trying to build momentum for this fight, it turns out that now that we see everything the way it is, the structure for that system has always been November the 7th against Yuriokas Gamboa. Don't y'all understand that? Right? See, and y'all hear me talk about systems theory, right? It's because it's real simple, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got inputs, you got the process, you got the output. That's the real simple way of putting this. But in order to convert the input into the output, the system has to have a structure. You understand? So the structure for this fight is on DAZN, November the 7th. That's the structure. The inputs in this fight is Devin Haney and Yuriokas Gamboa. The output of this fight is going to be Yuriokas Gamboa either dying in the ring, God forbid, or Devin Haney demolishing Yuriokas Gamboa in a way that is going to cause a lot of controversy, or it's going to be something where a lot of people are going to be talking about Devin the Dream Haney, Devin the Dream Haney, Devin the Dream Haney. But my whole thing is that where's Devin Haney going to go after this fight, right? Getting the Yuriokas Gamboa name on his resume isn't going to do nothing to further or enhance his career, okay? Especially dealing with Eddie the Snake Hearn. We already know this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? But listen, bro, I'm not trying to shit on them dudes' business. Man, I hope they get the bag. I hope they become multi-millionaires. I hope they take over this boxing game with everything that it's worth, right? But my whole thing is that I see how smart Devin and Bill Haney really are, right? You know what I'm saying? And peep game. It is what it is, man. Everybody, they talking about it in public. I'm going to talk about it too. You see what I'm saying? It's because not only are they smart, but they've been using all these platforms and on these YouTube platforms, and they've been using all this buzz-worthy, you know what I'm saying, bit clips and what you call them, little sound bites and things of that nature to propel and build momentum for the Yuriokas Gamboa fight. They basically used Gary Russell Jr. and all the rest of these YouTube channels, right? All the pieces. All of them is just pawns for Bill and Devin Haney, you know what I'm saying, for them to masterfully maneuver through this malarkey, doing this COVID-19 scenery, everything that's going on with DAZN, with Canelo Alvarez and them beefing with, you know what I'm saying, DAZN and his team, right? And all this confusion that's going on with COVID-19 and DAZN is in a big disarray. Devin Haney has intelligently, strategically, right? He's basically taken over the entire DAZN platform, right? If y'all really look at the big picture, that's exactly what he's done. He's cornered the DAZN market, right? So not only is there a lot of buzz generated for Devin the Dream Haney to take on Yuriokas Gamboa, he just basically utilized Gary Russell Jr.'s name and his reputation. He didn't even have to put Gary Russell Jr.'s name on his resume. He just used Gary Russell Jr.'s reputation and his name as a vehicle to advance his own career. That's a smart fucking move if y'all really peep game. He didn't even have to fight Gary Russell Jr. He knew, bro, it's a smart move, bro. I'm telling y'all, peep game. I'm telling y'all dealing with some real street niggas. Y'all dealing with some smart niggas, and I'm peeping game, and I'm trying to put y'all on game so y'all can understand. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun boxing future with Devin and Bill Haney is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving them props, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? They done shined up a piece of shit and turned it into gold is basically what I'm saying. If you're going to keep it all the way fucking 100. It's because there's no reason in the world that Devin the Dream Haney is supposed to be in the fucking ring with, you know what I'm saying, with this guy. It's just no reason in the world, okay? So I said all that to say, to just put us in the end game right now. Because we've already developed, Devin Haney done developed all of his pieces, right? But what's next for the champ after this? You understand? You know, and my whole thing is this. If Devin Haney was wise and smart enough to use Gary Russell Jr.'s name and his reputation to push and advance this bullshit fight with Yuriokas Gamboa, once the output is presented to us and we see that Devin the Dream Haney executes his game plan and get Yuriokas Gamboa the fuck up out of there, what the fuck is next? Who's next in the lightweight division that's going to step up and fight Devin Haney on DAZN? Who? Who? I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? We already know that Bob Arum don't want nothing to do with him. None of the big wigs want anything to do with Devin the Dream Haney. You know what I'm saying? Even though Devin the Dream Haney has a great partnership and great relationship with Floyd Money Mayweather, right? Since he was a kid, okay? So he's got the big joker in his pocket. He can utilize that big joker anytime he wants to, okay? It's very, very intelligent what Devin Haney has done and cornered this own market, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, he's basically also using Eddie Hearn and that platform as the major and minor pieces, right? The rook, the knight, and the rook, and the bishops. You understand? So Eddie Hearn, I'm not going to spend too much more time on this, but I think y'all get where I'm going, right? He's strategically using Eddie Hearn, right, to get him where you need to be the same way Floyd Money Mayweather used Bob Arum to get him in a position that he became the mega multimillionaire, the billionaire that he is today. He used Bob Arum to do that, right? And I'm sure Bob Arum is not complaining, but at the same time, you know what I mean? You know, they both made a whole lot of money together, right? And it's the same thing that Floyd did with Golden Boy. He broke camp from Golden Boy and went on his own. It's the same thing that Devin Haney is doing with Matchroom Sports. You know what I'm saying? They like the rooks and the knights or whatever, right? He's utilizing them to put him in a better position, you know what I'm saying, later on down the line. So when he breaks camp from them, Devin Haney Promotions is going to be a major league brand in this game, just like TMT is going to be DHP, right? And it's going to be a whole lot of real estate and shit like that Devin Haney can utilize, right, going forward in the future. But my whole thing is that he's going to need opponents to fight. So we already know Teofimo Lopez and Vasil Lomachenko, they're going to be deadlocked in a rubber match and rematches and shit like that for the next year or two, right? So they're not going to be fighting. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? We already know that Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia is going to be fighting each other, right? Hopefully Devin Haney can get the winner out of those two. That'll be a major fight. But what platform is it going to take place on, right? Is that going to take place on Showtime? Or if Ryan Garcia, you know what I'm saying, that'd be good for DAZN if they can get it. But I just get the sense that Ryan Garcia is going to find a way to back down and get away from Devin Haney. He's going to get out of the way. The same way that Gary Russell Jr., you know what I'm saying, dodged the bullet with Devin Haney. It's going to be the same way that Ryan Garcia is going to do it too, because he's going to see this coming a mile away, and Golden Boy is going to enlighten him as to what's going on. It's crystal clear as day. So who's next? Javier Fortuna. He's been a WBC mandatory for I don't know how long now. He's been the mandatory for a long time. And then who we got? Jorge Linares, right? These are the guys that Devin Haney is going to wind up fighting. Jorge Linares, Javier Fortuna, you know, who else, man? And that's it. We might get a Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia somewhere in there in the next 2-3 years, right? But in order for Devin the Dream Haney to really take his game to the next level, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, he's going to have to move up, right? He's going to have to move up to 140. You know what I'm saying? Then who's at the 140 division that's going to deal with DAZN? I see DAZN as a dying platform, bro. I don't see DAZN as being something that's going to survive this COVID-19 thing, especially when it comes to boxing. It's because they're going to resort to survival tactics. You understand? They're going to start to resort to, we're going to start seeing Devin Haney name mentioned, oh, Devin Haney is going to take on Young Pharaoh. Or Devin Haney is going to take on one of these weightlifting guys, Cali Muscle, or some stupid shit like that. It's going to become real WWE-like. And I'm not feeling that shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's the way that the zone is going to try to bridge the gap into this new artificial intelligent future. And so, even though Devin Haney does have options, we all know that Devin Haney has a bright future. But for him to get these big major fights, he's going to have to resort to these chess playing tactics in order to utilize these guys' names and put pressure on them and watch them fall under pressure. And then, you know what I'm saying, we're going to wind up getting some bullshit in the end. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not falling for it no more. I don't give a fuck what platform they go on and talk about. I got to see who's going to step up to fight Devin the Dream Haney in the end. It's because, man, when I tell y'all, bro, they shined this piece of shit and turned it into fucking platinum. That's exactly what the fuck they did. Now we already know that it's going to be a big buzz when Devin the Dream Haney fights Yuriokas Gamboa. It's because what are they going to do? They're going to just use Gary Russell's name to vicariously push that fight. That's exactly what the fuck they're going to do. But now that we on game, now that we on to this thing that they did, now that we kind of aware of what the fuck's going on, you know what I'm saying? Devin Haney's going to have to step up and fight one of these big guys. But which big guy would it be? Because we definitely don't want to see him fight no fucking YouTuber. So, you know what I'm saying? Let me know how you guys feel about this in the comment section below. Y'all peeping game and seeing how Devin Haney is navigating through these COVID-soaked streets with his, you know what I'm saying, with his militaristic attitude and the way he's conquering, you know what I'm saying, this boxing market and actually cornering it and basically doing what the fuck he wants to do. And it's a smart move. It's a smart move to use somebody's name and reputation to build a shit fight that nobody wants to see. But God damn it, you're making it interesting the whole way there, right? You know what I'm saying? It's just like a mirage. You know what I'm saying? You see that fucking beautiful mirage on the other side? It's hot as a motherfucker now, right? But the closer and closer you get, the drier and drier that motherfucker getting. Like Teddy Atlas say, man, you try to jump into that fucking, into that pond or that ravine, you know what I'm saying? You're going to come up with a mouthful of sand, you know what I'm saying? So, and some sand in your eyes and shit like that, you know what I mean? Well, anyway, man, let me know how you guys feel about this in the comment section below. I'm done with this one. It's your boy, E with Boxing Profits. Signing on to the next one. Holla at your boy, one take 100. Whoop, out.